trail. Woo! I'm gonna have to overshoot some of these this time.
Here we go, Chad.
Oh yes. Can't believe I just did that. Hello, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm in the snow and I got my fat bike and I'm at the west trailhead. Sun is actually pretty low, so I don't have a ton of daylight, but I came to the west trailhead because the east side is the actual parking lot for cross-country skiing and stuff, and that gets super packed. So here I am at Theodore Wirth. This is called the North Loop. I'm gonna do a loop. Hopefully I can get one full loop in the daylight, and if it starts to get dark, I brought my lights, and then I can do another loop. And I brought my GoPro so I can get some GoPro footage too. I don't have any other camera equipment, so unfortunately this is all gonna be FPV footage. You won't get any like other angles or shots, but it is what it is. I was short on time, got off work, ran over here so I could do this because I really wanted to get in a fat bike ride after the snow. So let's get to it. All right, let's get started. Whew. Nice. Pretty decently packed. I can see some snowshoes too. Nice. So this trail, the city doesn't allow us to do any mechanized grooming. So this is all manually groomed snowshoes, breaking trail with fat bikes, so on and so forth. It's in really good shape. Whew. Yeah. So the big question that I always get asked is, what do I put for my tire pressure? Well, I have a video just for that, and I'll link it at the end of this video. Gotta breathe. But right now, I'm gonna say my tires are at about 3 to 4 psi. It's kind of a guess, but I got pretty good at feeling the tire and figuring it out. Oh, I almost messed up, but I didn't. No dab. Whew. Oh, this looks like, oh, that's tough. This looks like it'll be cross-country ski trail at some point. So it's definitely bright enough right now, but it's not gonna last. Whew. Oh yes. Oh sweet. Actually, I'm saying sweet because I'm so glad I actually got a crash on my GoPro. I feel like every time I crash, front tire went wide, caught that groove, and just went whoop, right out from underneath. And I'm clipped in. The reason I clip in is because I have my 45 North boots, which have cleats on the bottom. So, but anyway, back to my crash. I never get to have my crashes on film. So there you go. Awesome. Yep, they're grooming that stuff over there. Cross-country skiing. So we can't have many mechanized equipment on our mountain bike trails, but the cross-country skiers sure can. Go figure. I'm not gonna be able to cross this. case you're wondering the temperature, it's about 23 degrees right now. Fahrenheit, for those of you watching from other countries. I don't think we'd have any snow if it was 23 degrees Celsius. This bridge is fun. Hopefully it's not too rutted out. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Oh, nope, not working. I feel like every year that I do this, I have to like relearn how to fat bike, because you gotta get used to the fact that the bike's gonna move all over the place. It's not like riding dirt, where the bike is pretty planted on the dirt. Here, bike wiggles all over. And so, beginner tip, when the bike starts moving around, the first thing that a newbie wants to do is like grab tight or get stiff and try to control the bike. Don't do that, because the moment you do that, the bike just goes right out from underneath you. The best thing to do is to stay loose and relax and let the bike move. Actually, as I said that, my front wheel just caught a little edge and moved to the left really quick there, and I just let it do it, and it eventually grabbed and I just kept going. So it's kind of like, takes some practice getting used to, but let the bike slide around and move around. Don't grip it really tight or try to keep it in a perfect straight line, and be stiff and try to control it. Let it be fluid. And actually, that is how you should always ride a bike. But right here is where you really get to practice it in science. All right, another tip, something that I see people do is they look down right at their front tire or right in front of their front tire. Don't do that. Look out ahead of the trail, 15-20 feet down the trail, see what's coming, and just let your line naturally flow. That combined with being more relaxed. See if I can get through here. This is kind of tricky even in the summer. Actually, I think it's easier in the winter. Anyway, so look out in front. Don't look down right at in front of your tire, because when you do that, I think you can see my tire, you start to do this a lot. But if you look down the path, the tire should just be relaxed and do what it needs to do, and you're not really trying to control it. Whew, oh, this is pretty through here. Look at that. Wow, so cool. So I turned my GoPro on for this section because you can see the sunset. That's so rad. You really have to appreciate the winter sometimes. Whew. Hopefully that shows up as good in the GoPro as it did in person. So up ahead is a rock garden, and the best part about rock gardens in the wintertime is you go through it and you're like, what rock garden? There it is. We just went over it. Right through it. It's no different than the rest of the trail. Tight, twisty section. in the snow. Plenty of traction from the Surly Bud and Lube tires. Yes. Riding off into the sunset. Oh, let's see if we can get through here. Ski trail crossing. Oh, stay right. Yes. Oh, there. This part's actually already groomed for skiing. Sweet. I'll have to get out here and ski. So for those of you that don't know Minneapolis, this trail that I'm on and these cross-country ski trails are literally in the city. They're not off in the suburbs, not anywhere. They're in Minneapolis proper. One of the few cities that I know of that have an area like this, like literally right in the city. And so sometimes you feel like you're out here in the middle of nowhere all by yourself, but really you're in a major metropolitan area. And that's what's nice about it, is you don't have to go far to enjoy this. A little dip up here and then a skinny after that. See if I can get through this part. Speed. Whew. Yeah, sweet. And then up here it's a skinny on the right. See if I can make it. Right here, not many people have ridden it. Yeah, sweet. And then up here there's a berm that hopefully this track looks a little rough. Oh, there we go. There's the berm. Woo. Woo. Oh yeah. Ski trail crossing. I'm dropping the seat for the jump. See if I can do it. Oh yeah. That is so fun. That's actually in the intro of some of my older videos from earlier this year. It's so fun. It's a big downhill into a small tabletop. Kind of wish the tabletop was bigger, but oh well. Okay, so this right here is the east side trailhead. You can see, maybe you can in the GoPro, how the sun is just clipping the trees now. Looks really cool over there. Actually, I'm gonna keep going and show you that. So, and this way, we'll take what's called the dump loop, which is the more challenging loop over here to the left. Looks like a few people have ridden it. This is gonna be a little more challenging because fewer people have broken the trail now. Oh, yep. Come on, keep going. Yeah, I made it. I had to do a little track stand, but I did it. Whew. Let's see if anybody's done the left line up here, which is the more challenging line. If they have, I'll try. If not, I don't know. It's worth trying. There we go. One other person, it looks like. Here's two. Sweet. I survived. Tree. Yes, you get to see Biff number 2. I started to slide, went into the tree, and I didn't want to hit the tree really hard with my body, so I basically hammered the front brake end out and jumped off my bike. All right. Whew. 2 crashes, not so bad. Let's try this skinny. Yeah. All right. Okay, so up ahead is the rock garden climb. That's really challenging in the summer. Let's see what it's like in the winter. Could be treacherous, or it might be smooth sailing. Looking smooth sailing so far. Right here. Let's see, go wide. Yes. Got it. Top was a little precarious because there were some rocks sticking out, and those are going to be really slippery, so I tried to avoid them. Whew. Sunset. That is so cool. I'm breathing heavy, that's for sure. Fat biking is a lot more work than normal mountain biking. So if you're thinking of getting into fat biking or just got into it, you're gonna do your first snow rides, keep that in mind. Oh, I'm not riding that skinny. That doesn't look ready at all. Huh. Looks like death. All right. So just know that it's going to be a lot harder, a lot more physical effort, and a lot more riding effort. So be okay with walking a good chunk of the trail, and give yourself like 3 times the amount of time to get in the ride. So if you ride a trail in the summer and it takes you 30 minutes, plan for an hour and a half on a fat bike. That's for the newbies, not for the more experienced riders. I'd say for me, it takes almost twice as long, not quite, but pretty close. Whew. I'm almost to the finish right here. Here we are. Sweet. And it's still daylight, so I'm gonna get my second lap in. I might not even need my lights. Maybe the second half of it. I don't even know what time it is. 4:24. And it's gonna get dark around 5, so I think I'm gonna be able to finish mostly another lap. I don't know how much battery I have left. I'll take a look. Oh, well, the battery is lasting a lot longer than I expected it to in the cold. Well, if I get in some more footage, great. If not, I think I have enough footage. Or if it gets dark and I get some chance to get some footage of the dark, I'll do that. If not, this might be the end of the video. All right, that was like my first official, like, straight on fat bike ride in the snow, aside from the stuff I did messing around in my yard. And I took Beth out yesterday, but I didn't really get to ride because she's a newbie and I was mostly helping her around. So I'm gonna consider this like my first ride where I got to test out my bike and the changes I made. I love the 1x10 drivetrain. I believe I have enough gearing, at least for Theo, gear range. Love the higher rise handlebars and wider handlebars. Give me a lot more control. Wasn't that long ago that I put the carbon fork on and the lighter wheels and everything. Got my hand in the way of the video. And so, yeah, this bike is really awesome. The dropper post makes a world of difference. I love it. So, appreciate you watching my video. Please subscribe, it really helps me, and like this video. Okay, to tail off this video, check out the sunset. Got some riders coming up. And if I get some night riding in, keep watching, it'll be in there. How you doing?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, awesome.